Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. Welcome in. I wanted to do a check-in reading on the energy of Uranus retrograde in Taurus. Let me say right off the bat, because I feel it coming, we also have Mercury retrograde in Scorpio right now, and it is definitely affecting my ability to articulate. So do be patient with me. Anyways, my friends, I will do a little bit of an astrotarology intro, and then I will do a collective reading. If you want to jump ahead to the collective reading, go right ahead. I will put a timestamp in the description box below the video. Uranus retrograde in Taurus, interesting. Uranus has been there for quite some time. It is the ruler of Taurus's fellow fixed sign of Aquarius. So those two energies basically are squaring off. The planet Uranus is very uncomfortable in Taurus. Taurus is fixed earth, right? As opposed to Aquarius, which is fixed air. It still has that motion, right? That energy of movement. Fixed earth does not move, and Uranus wants us to. It wants us to create change. And one of the ways I look at this is that Taurus is the Hierophant in the major arcana, which I brought out here. And the Hierophant, as we know, can have a lot to do with long-held belief systems or structures we abide by, governments and institutions, family belief systems, our history, things like that. But part of the process with the Hierophant is our internal truth emerging, our internal guidance in what we believe in. The Hierophant is number 5 in the major arcana. It rules over all of the 5s in the minor arcana. 5s are halfway through the minors. It is the go forward or move back point. And it's usually at that point that we are required to undergo some kind of struggle, because you can't move forward without some kind of struggle or fight. Think about the 5s in the minor arcana. The 5 of Swords, Pentacles, Cups, and Wands. All of them are about internal and external combat in a sense. And a lot of that at this point with Uranus retrograde in Taurus can be about creating a change in our lives that maybe we're going to have to take a stance on or not. At the 5s, you can still go backwards. In fact, with a retrograde and so many other planets in retrograde around this one, I think there's 5 other major planets, something like that. You can still go back. This is definitely, with all those retrogrades, going to be a battle. And it will be against even your own belief systems in some cases, like who you formerly were, what you formerly believed, where you came from, what shaped you. This can be about religious belief systems. You get the drift. And where you are in all of that. 2025 is very much a year about next year. 2026, when we reduce it and add it together, is number 10. That's the Wheel of Fortune in the major arcana. That, as you guys know, I call that let go or be dragged. But it isn't like we never had a choice in any of that, and I'll get to that in just a minute. This is part of the choice. It's part of setting the trajectory for that wheel. There's a reason why we're having so many retrogrades right now. We also have Jupiter at this same time retrograding in Cancer. I talked a little bit about that in a different video, and I'll do more on that. But Jupiter is also about change in the future and new learning, new adventures, expansion and growth. That's retrograde. The change is retrograde, Uranus retrograde in Taurus. Part of the reason now why we're asked to fight so hard within ourselves and within everybody in every situation around us. Okay, let me back up the track. Give me a minute. The good tarot I love here because this Hierophant is the Empress, and in front of her she's kind of positioned like the Magician. She has all of the elements right there. In other words, you create the reality based on what you believe to be true. And if that is consistent with where you've come from and the way you have been doing things, then you may make the decision at this point in time to stick to that and create your reality going forward. Set that wheel's trajectory in motion going forward. There is no right or wrong. That's the trick of it all. And there's a reason now. Next year, Uranus goes direct, obviously, and it's going to leave Taurus and hit Gemini. in the major arcana, Gemini is the Lovers, otherwise known as the Choice. So getting into alignment with yourself, we have the Chariot here, Cancer energy, Jupiter, about being in alignment. And by getting into alignment in what your belief systems are and what you're willing to fight for, that's going to be the choice that you have to make. And what was I going to say? All of a sudden, okay. Uranus going direct into Gemini means that once you've reconciled with that struggle and with that choice that you need to make, you're going to be asked to defend it. That's why you want to be rock solid. That's why we're having the retrogrades. Because moving forward now, a lot of people still have unfinished business from the past. A lot of people will be revisiting their past and determining if it is that is the choice calling most to their heart. The Lovers is so tricky, Gemini energy. It's two parts of ourselves, and it really doesn't have a lot to do with the external circumstances other than we created them in the first place based on what we believed in, right? Now, we do have Jupiter retrograde in Cancer through all of this, and that is the Chariot card in the major arcana. I always talk about the dark horse and the light horse or the Sphinx or whatever it is. You cannot move forward. There's never any reins, right? It's about being into energetic alignment, not control. Because once you've reconciled with who you are within everything that's been put around you structurally or belief system wise, once you've reconciled that and made the difficult choice on who you want to be in all of that and the future you want to create, then the alignment happens and you move forward. Jupiter goes direct in Cancer next year as well. And everywhere that we have retrogrades otherwise is about to move into Aries next year. Aries is the first sign of Mars energy. And it is about creating our new reality and having the courage to do that. But first, all of this work has to be done. Like I said, during retrogrades, yeah, people can come back from our past, particularly if we have unfinished business with them. And as I always say, well, first of all, I believe you better finish your business the first time around, because when it comes back around the second time, it has a tricky mask on it and can usually lure you into the same old story with a slightly different face, mainly because you're afraid to break out of your comfort zone. Taurus energy is all about our comfort zone. It's interesting that this is also happening while we have so much energy in Scorpio, because Scorpio is the opposite sign of Taurus. We're about to have a new moon. In fact, I think as I record this, the new moon, and that is all about manifesting in Scorpio energy. Scorpio wants to take things further, deeper. It's the turning point, those fives. Let's go towards the 10 or not. It is a choice point, and the Lovers makes it very, very challenging. That new moon is about manifesting. What risk are you willing to take? And what is worth taking the risk on? That's definitely what this new moon and Uranus retrograde is asking of us. Anyway, my friends, I'm sure there's more. I'm kind of feeling it's a very intense energy. While this Uranus was happening in Taurus, we also had a new moon, or a full moon, very powerful full moon in Taurus. Again, it can be asking us what's worth fighting for. Next year comes the fight. Is it where you've been? Is there unfinished business? Does where you've been and what you once believed fall into alignment with who you truly are? It's a harder question than it seems to answer sometimes. All right, my friends, let's get into the reading. Actually, let me get a sip, and then we will. I hope everybody is doing well out there. Trust me, I know how intense the energy is. But again, there's a reason, right? If next year is the Wheel of Fortune, that's destiny. And we actually are what sets that in motion in our own life, in the collective as well. All right, this is a collective reading, so it's for anybody, any sign. You'll know if you resonate with it, and you won't resonate with everything that I say because it's a general reading. So take what fits for you as it does, if it does. Leave the rest behind. If you'd like a personal reading, I do have a link in the description box below. we have the word wants to be written. I love this card. It's coming from the upper chakras, and there's all of this rebirth in the form of butterflies happening. It's like this is the possibilities, and it may seem a little uncertain or a little ethereal up in the high chakras, and it implies spiritual guidance. Okay. And then we have seeing the true you. That's what I'm saying with this Taurus energy. Who is truly you? Is it what your past is? Is it what you once were? Or has that changed? Uranus energy. When it moves into Gemini, the lovers, for me, Gemini has a lot to do with curiosity. And there could be a curiosity birthing in you about who you truly are. And maybe you're getting a glimpse of that during this Scorpio energy. It is all about going deep. Yeah, on the bottom, we have the perfection of your life. It is very deep. Okay. Let me put these away, actually. We'll put them to the side. They are our guiding energies through this reading. And I do feel a wisdom from the wisdom of the oracle for whoever needs this. We have the thinker. Interesting. This is Aquarius energy for me. We have Pluto in Aquarius right now. But again, seeing the true you, maybe you're contemplating allowing the real you to be shown. New moons can definitely be about that. You could be thinking about stepping out of your own shadow. A change in the wind. Look at this, Uranus. Okay. I mean, thinker is Gemini energy too. Gemini is air as well. And it's Mercury. Let's get into it with the naked heart. New moons are a time of, we're doing Uranus, but it's happening at the same time as the new moon in opposing energy. So, and both Uranus and all that Scorpio is squaring off with Pluto, which is so intense. That's what I was talking about in the intro. It's very deep. Okay. Let's see. What are you leaving behind? Making room for the new here. The word wants to be written. Look, we get the 5 of Cups, starting right off with a number 5, the Hierophant energy coming through. But the 5 of Cups is about sadness and regret and looking at the past, looking at what has been spilled out, not what is to be. You're at that halfway point. But this is about releasing those regrets or the sadness or whatever this is for you. It definitely has a past energy. And we have the King, look at this, King of Pentacles, 6 of Cups. This definitely has to do with your past. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn here with the King of Pentacles. Now, the King of Pentacles is very stable, very reliable. Generally speaking, he means what he says and does what he means. But maybe in the past there were people around you who didn't, who weren't that honorable. It could be. And releasing this sadness is kind of, maybe there's somebody here that you need to tell about that. There could be. We have a King of Wands here. This could be somebody from your past. King of Wands and King of Pentacles are very different. Let me see you now. The 9 of Pentacles. Well, that's nice. That's that King of Pentacles energy there. But this is about becoming independent. It's about moving about in your own accord. It's knowing that you can create again whatever kind of abundance you want. And you have. I'm not sure what this sadness is about that you released. We'll see. We have the Hierophant on the bottom of the deck. Now, for some of you, this could have to do with a career. The King of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles, that can be about your financial safety as well. Maybe some of you are looking at a career change. We have a change in the wind. What actions do you want to take here? What actions? You're thinking about this word that wants to be written. Look, it's the Lovers. Oh, I love the Eagles here. Eagles mate for life. This is definitely solid partnership. And we have you in Nine of Pentacles. Okay. The Lovers, we talked about that difficult choice. And here it is coming up for you. Something is certainly pulling at you, though. We're going to see. What's in the surrounding energy? This could be another person or a situation. Could be a furthering of this Lover's energy. We have the Five of Cups here. We have the Four of Cups. Interesting, it's going down and down. I mean, the Four of Cups is a time of emotional restlessness now. Could be somebody around you who's kind of holding on to you. We're going to need to clarify. Lots of water coming through. Ace of Cups right there. What's the challenge? We have the Eight of Swords, seeing the true you. The Eight of Swords is about not being able to see clearly or not being able to see outside your own perceptions. Air energy, it can be kind of locked up in your own mind. And that's what's in the challenge here. The thinker. Potential outcome. In the Eight of Swords, that's the overthinker. And another five. Isn't that interesting? We open the reading with the Five of Cups. We end with the Five of Wands, and we saw the Hierophant. Now, the Five of Wands is a card about confrontation. We saw a King of Wands. Whether this is within you or outside of you, there's something here that's waiting to be confronted and a choice you're going to have to make. At the end of it now, you could be expecting some kind of struggle or fight. It's like, I do have to make this choice, even though it's going to make me sad. Either way, we'll see which way that goes for you, maybe. I will clarify the Lovers, but it's time. We have the Nine of Wands. It's time for a change. The Nine of Wands is reaching the end of a cycle, and it's long and it's burdenous, right? The perfection of your life. Look at this. Look at this. Underneath the perfection of your life, we have releasing allegiances. The Hierophant. What have you been allegioning yourself to, aligning yourself with? What number is this? Oh, I can't make it up. It's number 10. Go or be dragged. Which way are you going to go? You can choose. We have the Lovers here. And as I open the reading too, that Hierophant had the Magician energy behind it. It's based on what you want. Let's go to the Llewellyn. Let's get a little bit of clarity. Now, you are releasing this Five of Cups, so let me see what that is for you. The Four of Pentacles, Earth energy. One more. And the Four of Pentacles is quite protective. Look how he's holding on to that pentacle right around his heart chakra. He's like, if I don't move, then I won't be unsafe. This is a feeling of being stuck, but also being sad. So in a sense, with this Taurus energy coming through, Four of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, strong Taurus, it was being stuck that was making you sad. It was abiding by that feeling of like you not being able to move about and move on your own. Of the Nine of Pentacles. It could have been financial stuff. I'm not really getting that, but let me see that Four of Pentacles. Yeah, we have a Four of Swords here. And all these fours. Now the four is Emperor energy. The thinker here is number 44. So again, not really wanting to take a risk. The Four of Swords is a time of rest and recovery after having been through a lot. Seven of Pentacles, more Taurus energy. Yeah. Seven of Pentacles is a pause point. So that's kind of what I'm talking about. It's like, well, before I lay any further plans or move any further, There's a few things I have to reconcile with. Let's see the Nine of Pentacles. And you're like, what's my plan now? Look at that, the Chariot, right? Jupiter. What's my plan now? Moving forward. I like it. We have the Knight of Pentacles, Virgo energy, but definitely Taurus, right? We have a lot of cautious energy. But as I said, the King of Pentacles here, he doesn't do anything that he doesn't mean. And so there's a whole lot of wanting to make sure that it's in alignment with what you want. And here we have you moving forward, maybe some kind of offer, but it's a pentacle to add here. The word wants to be written. Eight of Pentacles would come next. And here you're holding that eighth pentacle. Nine of Pentacles, 7, 8, Nine of Pentacles. What is it, the Knight of Pentacles? Slow and steady here. Virgo energy with the Hermit. This is cool because 2025 is the number 9 reduced, and that is the Hermit energy. Again, a card about wisdom and having learned the hard way about what you want, what is in alignment with your soul. Very, very much a soul searching energy, thinking and seeing the true you and what you're truly capable of. Let me see one on the Hermit, but you can also be deciding whether or not to allow somebody to see the true you. I feel like it's more internal with these retrogrades. Well, okay, I stand corrected as tarot does sometimes. We have the Knight of Cups and the Page of Cups, so somebody you want to talk to here. This has taken you a lot of time. The Knight of Cups, I do jokingly call him Romeo, but he's very sweet. He's very romantic. This can be a confession or an offer. It's taking you some time to get here, the Five of Cups. And maybe you do regret that. This could be an apology. With the Page, yeah, the Page and the Four of Swords here. The Knight of Cups, I often call him the poet of the tarot. And we have the word wants to be written. So you could be crafting Eight of Pentacles, a message or an offer or an invitation, something. It doesn't necessarily have to be poetic, but it can be. It can be very sweet. Let me see the Lovers. This is the choice here. We have the Nine of Cups. Okay, give me one moment. The Nine of Cups, right now we have a grand water trine. We've got 4 planets in Scorpio, Jupiter in Cancer, 2 in Pisces. The Nine of Cups is about wish fulfillment. Nine of Pentacles, Nine of Cups. And let me see. Nine of Cups. Cups, Scorpio energy. The Queen of Cups is very intuitive. Definitely the Queen of all of these cups. So we have the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups. And this Knight of Cups. I mean, this could be who you want to approach. And then the true you, Nine of Cups. Let me get one more with the Lovers. I mean, definitely it could be. We have the Three of Wands. This is about looking forward to the future that, again, you want to create. It looks to me like actually you've already made a choice. Because when you get to the Three of Wands, it's like I'm expecting this for my future. I see this vision. With that Hierophant again, dressed as the Magician, this is what I want to create. And I want to create it based on what I'm choosing, what truly makes me feel happy. And that is about following the higher wisdom of your own heart, which is what the Queen of Cups does. But the Three of Wands is also about positive expectancy. Can be about the path unfolding. We have the King of Swords, Aquarius energy, Mr. Thinker. Let me see the Four of Cups. The High Priestess, Pisces, right there. Saturn and Neptune retrograde in Pisces. The High Priestess is very, very intuitive. High Priestess and the Queen of Cups. Seeing the true you. Seeing the true you in the Four of Cups, like holding back. Let me get one about that High Priestess. Let me see the High Priestess. Like you're hesitating. This is looking from a distance with the Three of Wands, but the word wants to be written. It wants to. You haven't yet. There's a hesitation here. You're looking at a distance. You do know what you want. You just haven't said it yet. With the High Priestess, the Ten of Pentacles, there's Nine of Pentacles. In the recent past, you could have been, again, building towards your own stability. I was saying King of Pentacles intends to build things that are going to last. Now, for some of you, this can be you, kind of unwilling to leave a safety zone. The Ten of Pentacles, as beautiful as it is a completion. You've already achieved this. And it can be with that curiosity of the Lovers that you have your eye on something else now, something you can take it further. It can go either way there. We do have a change. Let me see the Eight of Swords and the challenge. Yeah, look at, we have the Six of Cups in the world. The world is the completion of cycles, and we've been working towards that all the way through here. But also for me, the world is the whole wide world, and about leaving comfort zones here and expanding out into the world. We have the Six of Cups on the bottom, Five of Cups. It can be about, again, this can be about children. It can be about childhood. It can be about childhood friendship groups, your home, the place that you feel comfortable, the skin that you used to wear, right? Scorpio energy is about death and rebirth. Let me see the world with the Eight of Swords. Nine of Swords. We have the thinker. And remember, when I saw the Eight of Swords, I said the overthinker. Well, that is what the Nine of Swords is. We have Nine of Cups here, and for every one of those cups, we have a sword. Ten of Swords. The world. Have a long and difficult cycle. And I feel like it has to do with this Ten of Pentacles, but I'm going to take that further. Let me see the Five of Wands and the potential outcome, because here is, and again, with that Hierophant, where you're going to be asked to internally, externally confront or defend this decision that you're making. Yeah. We get the Six of Swords. Okay, the Five of Swords is missing. So the Six of Swords is about wanting to move forward. So already you're starting to move forward. Let's get one more there. For some of you, there could even be travel with change in the wind. An Ace of Pentacles. See the Knight of Pentacles here. The Ace of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles. Okay. And what's under a change in the wind? Truth be told. Seeing the true you. One more with that Five of Wands. It's like you want to move forward to somebody here and end a conflict, whether that's inside you or between the two of you. A Two of Swords now. All of the swords are coming out. Very strong air energy. You could have that in your chart. You could be dealing with an air sign. We have the thinker here. We have the high priestess and the 2 of swords. I always say this. You need to use your intuition in the 2 of swords. See, there's a new moon up above her there. New moon in Scorpio, and it is about needing to make a decision when you can't think your way through it. That's why the 9 of swords is in the challenge for you. You have to trust what you feel. So you're hesitating. One more. And then we're going to move to the blue deck. Maybe because you do expect a conflict here, or we have strength. Leo's major arcana. Strength is about courage and willpower. It's also about conquering your own ego and the things inside you that keep you back. But also, to make this decision, it's going to require you to be brave for some reason. I'll try one more here on this 10 of Pentacles and the High Priestess, seeing the true you. 10 of Wands, Ace of Wands. Interesting. You know what, too? I mean, Scorpio energy is death and rebirth all at the same time. And we have a 10 of Wands leading to an Ace of Wands. It's like from the end to the new beginning, dropping a burden. The Ace of Wands is inspiration. Okay. All right. It can be that whatever you're looking at, whatever you're choosing here, has you very inspired. That's what's going to fulfill your heart. Even if there's a fear here. I'm not actually getting a lot of fear. I'm getting a hesitation. Let me go to the blue deck. And what do we have? Yeah, so making this choice here, Ace of Pentacles. Maybe there is somebody you need to apologize. Oh, appreciation. And I had you either working on, I don't know what you're working on. It could be even an elaborate text message, email. Some of you, it could be a lot more tangible or poetic than that. But somebody, Ace of Pentacles, 6 of Swords, that you want to show how much you appreciate them. 9 of Cups, Queen of Cups. There's a sadness here. And maybe it is about the past for you. Let's have another one, please, for whoever needs this. The Temple Path. I love it. I think this is number 12. It is, which is Hanged Man energy, Pisces energy. But it's about following your own guidance once more. It's very spiritual. Okay? Yin Yang. The divine balance. Yeah, okay. The angel of balance just threw itself out at me. Let's do one more. Yin Yang is number 22 and the Thinker is number 44. That's pretty interesting. Because I said you already see what you want. Door to Spirit and Cornucopia. Taurus energy is all about abundance of every kind. For some of you, this could be a very spiritual connection coming through, and that is who you want to communicate with. Let's get some astrology on this. This could be astrological energy in your chart, in a person around you, or just overall influencing the situation. What do we have? Quite a beautiful reading. What do we have? We have the second house, which is Taurus's house. The second house can be about how we make our money. Something here about work as well. And then we have Venus, Taurus's ruler. This is crazy. We have the 7th house. That's Libra's house. Libra is also ruled by Venus, which we have here. The 7th house is partnership. It's marriage. But it doesn't have to be only marriage. It's long-term partnerships. We have an Ace of Pentacles here. And then Aquarius energy. I knew it with that thinker. Could be working with an Aquarius here. Let's have one more. And the word they give Aquarius in this deck is collaborate. So Taurus is on the bottom. And then we have the conjunction or the alliance. Coming together, it's working together with somebody. That's super interesting. Okay, let's get some talisman. I don't feel a lot of romance here. Okay, let's get some talisman. Consider these to be like power words that you can take away from the reading with you if they resonate. I'll draw a true love reading card at the end. What do we have, please? Okay, that's good enough. We have cut ties. We had releasing allegiances, even if it makes you sad. It's what's getting in the way. We have good luck. Cast away negativity. Healing energy. And then we have concealment. Scorpio energy is a lot about what's hidden. We have an 8 of Swords in the challenge. And that High Priestess. Like I said, you want to talk about it. You want to write this word, whatever it is. But you just haven't yet. Growth of energy here. Maybe you've been undergoing some kind of healing. Okay, why don't we do a moon card? I know we're getting long. Actually, not bad. Why don't we get a moon card? Last quarter moon in Taurus. Be proud of yourself. Oh, I like that. Okay. Appreciation with that Ace of Pentacles. Full moon in Scorpio. We have a new moon in Scorpio, but this says breathe through the tension. 8 of Swords and 9 of Swords. Ooh, last one. And then first quarter moon in Leo. Be humble. Okay. Oh, we have Aquarius on the bottom. New moon in Aquarius. Open up to change. A change in the wind. Fascinating. Okay. Yeah, we'll close the reading off now with a couple of cards from the Lover's Oracle. Now, these can come out as advice, so definitely take them only as they resonate, of course, like the whole reading. And I hope it did help you in some way. I hope it resonated. Sexual union, all right. Honor the place in one another where you are one eternal soul, for there you will find true bliss. Well, we do have a Queen of Cups with a Knight of Cups and a 9 of Cups. Twin flames, you're passionate knights. Now, I'm not a twin flame reader, you guys, so whatever that means, but we do have the Lovers. And I said, you know what you want here. Could be somebody that really inspires you. And give each other some space at the moment. Trust and have faith that all will work out for the best. And last one. Only time will tell. Yeah, 9 of Swords, 8 of Swords. You can't control it. All right, my friends, that's what I have for you. Again, I hope it resonated. I love you guys very much.